Hello and welcome to this episode of Hampton Roads Business Live. My name is Rory Graham, and today I have the pleasure of having with me Jennifer Morrone, who's the owner of Critter Sitters and More. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Great name. Why don't you start by giving us a kind of an overview of what is Critter Sitters and More? I kind of think we know what it might be.
Well, we provide in the pet's home care and services for them while their parents are traveling. In addition to taking care of the little fur babies, we also do some basic, house sitting. So we provide services such as bringing in the mail and paper, rotating the lights and blinds, watering plants, and really just generally making sure that the house is the way it was left.
Okay, and what background do you have with pets?
Well, I've always had pets in my life up until about 3 years ago. I grew up with cats. We were a big cat family, usually 2 to 3. In my late teens, early 20s, I worked for a very local pet store, Value Pet. I don't know if you remember those. Yep. Over here. They actually started in Virginia Beach and stretched to the peninsula. By my mid-20s, I was managing a couple of those stores. So through that, I got a lot of experience in a wide variety of critters, and very comfortable with even snakes, reptiles, birds.
And I was going to ask you, do you all deal just with cats and dogs?
No, I said the only thing that I have said no to is a tarantula. Something about them is a little creepy to me, but no, we work with a wide variety of animals.
Okay, and how did you become, passionate about dealing with other people's pets? I mean, I know when it's your pet, but how about other people's pets? I mean, what attracted you to doing that?
Well, my dear little Raja, who had been my kitty for years, he had become very, very ill, and we were getting ready to go on vacation, and I realized I just couldn't have the neighbor kid come over and feed him because he was going to need some medical care that was beyond that. And I went to my vet and we discussed the options, and she said, versus boarding, why don't we go ahead and I'll introduce you to a professional pet sitter. And after he passed, I really thought about the need of that and just how wonderful it was to have somebody come into my home and know that he was taken care of in the way that he needed. And I just really felt the urge to do that for other people. And so I'm very fortunate now that I have lots of pets in my life and that I can provide them with the attention and care that they deserve.
Okay, so there's a difference between, obviously, I guess, between pet sitting and boarding, because people, when they go away, they typically will board, put it in a kennel, but this is done in their home.
Absolutely,
right? So
yes.
the pet gets to stay home, and you just visit the home and take care of it, and you don't stay there, right?
I do have requests for overnight, so absolutely. Myself and one of the other sitters who works with us are available to do overnight around-the-clock pet sitting.
Okay, that's a spoiled pet. Sounds like my dog.
Well, it allows them to have extra, activities outside and interaction with people. Most people will do that or request that when they're going to be gone for extended periods of time. Right. So more than a week, they really, want them not to feel so alone.
So you do provide more than maybe the neighbor kid would do for a house sit. For pet sitting. So instead of just feeding them or letting them out once a day or twice a day or something like that, then you all can do other things like some of the medical stuff?
Absolutely.
And walk them?
We walk them. We can take care of medical needs as necessary. We give them a lot of attention and playtime.
change the TV channel?
Yes, we do actually. We definitely have clients who say, "Will you please turn on the music in the evening when you leave?" We've got the station set for them, or we like to leave the National Geographic on for them. Or
That makes me feel better because I thought my dog was spoiled. Well, that's funny. So people looking for your service, I mean, we'll have the contact information, of course, but what is the process that people go to? They just call and say, hey, I'm going to be out of town this date or these dates, and I live here, and I have, they tell you what kind of dog they have or something, and you say, okay.
Yeah, well, it's actually a several-step process because we're going to make sure we collect enough information up front to make sure that we can move forward. So typically it's either a phone call or an email, and you're right, one of the first questions we're going to ask is, well, when is your trip? So we need to make sure that a calendar is available, and we'll talk a little bit about their pet babies and what their basic needs are. And if it looks like from that point that we are a good match and we have enough sitters to cover it, because we want to put 2 sitters to every family.
Really?
That way we have a backup. So if I'm working and something happens and I have an emergency, a personal emergency, they've already met the other sitter who is available as a backup.
Oh, wow.
So that's really kind of the initial part, is making sure we can cover it. Once we realize that that's good, then we send them some forms and paperwork to fill out. Because I don't want them to go through that process if we can't do it for them.
Yeah. Do you go and meet the dog?
Absolutely. That's step 3.
Oh, well, I was going to say, you might end up with some vicious.
No, we haven't had that yet.
Okay.
But step 3 then is the in-home visit. And that's when both sitters will go into the home. And I tell people it's 30 to 40. Honestly, it tends to run about an hour. And so we review all the forms and paperwork again, and we make any notes. We make sure we understand the routines where everything is in the home, and we make sure that there's a compatibility so that we know that we're going to be able to interact with the pets.
With the pet, right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And you're licensed, insured, and... Okay.
I will say licensing is a tricky word. A veterinarian is licensed by a state medical board. So there is no governing agency that says, you are a licensed professional pet sitter in that respect. But I do own a business license, and that's what separates us apart from.
Right. Well, that's kind of what I meant on that, too.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have businesses licenses.
Right. So we own a business, we have a license, and we carry insurance and bonding, which protects both ourselves, but it also protects the families.
Right. Well, that'd be comforting for the families.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, is there anything, their contact information will be on here, so is there anything that I left out that we haven't talked about that you'd like to talk about?
Well, I'd like to bring up 2 things.
Okay, sure. All right.
First of all, just when, as soon as you have an inkling that you are going to be out of town and you're not going to be taking your pets with you, that's the time to really start thinking about hiring a pet sitter. A lot of times we'll get a call like 2 days out, and it's impossible at that point to pull everybody together to make it right. And we want it to be right. I'll tell my repeat customers, my repeat families, as soon as you think that you're booking a vacation, let us know, and we'll start, getting our calendar set up for you. So definitely advance is the best.
Okay.
And then something that I'm extremely passionate about, and you'll find the information on my website, is I want every family member to have a plan for emergencies. And I want them to have a kit ready to go in the event of evacuation. And so we keep on our website a form. It's an emergency disaster preparedness form. And it tells you exactly what you should have together and ready to go. And it gives you about 8 to 10 steps to be prepared so that you know how to travel with your pet, and you know how to find a good hotel that will take care of them with you, and those sorts of things. So that to me is very important. And I just would love for that to be downloaded 1,000,002 times.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, you sound very passionate about all of this. All right. Well, if you are going on vacation, a business trip or whatever, and you have pets that you need some care for, and instead of putting them in a kennel, you would like them to be able to stay at home, listen to music, watch TV, whatever it is that they do, and be more comfortable. Or maybe they need some extra care and you need a professional critter sitter. You can call Jennifer. Contact information, including the website, is at the end of this video. It's also at the bottom of this page. I thank you for coming in, and I wish you a great deal of success with your business. And you're located on the peninsula.
Correct.
Okay, for those people that didn't know, because we didn't mention that. So I hope that you get some business from this. And it sounds like a very worthwhile business, and something that people need in the area.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you.